sunshine. How are you all doing out there today? I'm Michelle the Introvert, and today I have two fun projects that I'm going to be working on, and I want to invite you all to join me and keep me company. It's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a good day. And the first project that I have, the first project will be in my kitchen. Guess what I'm making today, my friends? I'm excited about making it. Guess what I'm making it? What do I have in this bowl? I have some kidney beans in this bowl. Does that give you a bit of a clue? Kidney beans. I've had some kidney beans soaking since last night. They look pretty fine. Any guesses yet, my friends? Any guesses? Any clues? Any more clues that you need? Well, let's see. I have some ground beef. I did that up in my food processor. It was stewing meat and I needed ground beef, so I used my food processor. My handy dandy food processor. Any guesses yet? Any guesses for what I'm making on such a chilly day? Well, I'll tell you. On such a chilly day as this, I'm going to make some chili. Last night I took out some kidney beans from the package and I rinsed them under nice clean water. I sorted through them, went through them, and the good ones I put in this Tupperware bowl. Then I added some water, as you can see. So there's quite a bit of water covering those kidney beans. For every cup, 1 cup of kidney bean, I put in 3 cups of cold water. So I put in 3 cups of kidney beans, so I put in 9 cups of water total. And I just let this sit overnight. I just let it sit overnight with this cover on top. So what I have to do now is drain the water out of the Tupperware bowl and put those kidney beans in this nice clean pot and then add some fresh water to cover up those kidney beans. Then I start to cook them. The kidney beans are in the pot and I have the stove turned on to number 6, which is just a little bit above medium. I'm going to let this cook fairly slowly. It'll probably take probably in about an hour, I would say, but I'll check on it every few minutes. I have my spoon in the back and my cover. I'm going to put that on and let this start cooking. Some of my ingredients for this wonderful chili are 2 cans of crushed tomatoes, and I was hoping that I had a can of diced tomatoes, but I just have these kinds here, the crushed tomatoes, so that'll do fine. I took this out of my freezer. There's some diced tomatoes there, so that'll be great. I'm trying to use things up in my freezer, so that'll be great to get that used up. And here's my ground beef that I was mentioning to you earlier. Did that up in the food processor. I took these peppers out of my freezer. They're all diced up with my vegetable chopper. Handy dandy vegetable chopper. But it's nice to use things up from my freezer. And those are thawing out, and these are thawing out. Those are some onions. Here's some chili powder. Here's some garlic powder. And today's chili is going to be cooking in my slow cooker. An easy way to go. I took the pot of kidney beans off of the stove because the kidney beans are all nice and soft and they're pretty much ready to go into the slow cooker. So now my next step is to cook up the ground beef, the peppers, the tomatoes, those frozen tomatoes that you saw earlier, and also the onions. Those are still a little bit frozen, but we'll get them cooked through. And I also added just a little bit of bacon grease. That was frozen. Just a little bit, because it says to add some fat, just a little bit of fat to this concoction here. So everything is all cooking together, and I'm using more things up from the freezer. So I'm really happy about that. Making good progress in that corner, using things up. And once this is all cooked through, it'll go into the slow cooker. Happy day. The 2 cans of crushed tomatoes that I had on my countertop, I have put into my slow cooker, and the temperature is on low. So now I'm going to put my hamburger concoction in there with the tomatoes. We'll get this all mixed in together. Looks pretty good so far. I'm looking forward to having chili. It's been a while since I've had chili. And this makes a very, very large batch. I'm happy to say that. It makes a very large batch. I usually share some with Stacy, my daughter. She can have some for supper, take it home and have some for supper. And then I can freeze some of this too. So this looks pretty good. It's all mixed in, and now I'm going to add some of the kidney beans. I'm going to add all of the kidney beans. Look at all those beautiful kidney beans. Delicious. And once this gets all mixed in and stirred in, I've got to add my garlic and also, what is that other spice? Oh, that chili powder. That's got to go in too. Stir, stir, stir. And now I'm going to add a half a cup of water just before I add those spices in. This looks beautiful. I wish you guys were all coming over for supper. We could have chili together. And I'm going to cook up some rice so that way we can put the chili over the rice once everything is cooked. And we'll be having this for supper tonight, and we'll be having this for supper tomorrow night. And I'm sharing some with my daughter Stacy, and I'm going to freeze the rest. So this is fantastic. It's wonderful to have chili again. On a chili day, let's have some chili. Time for the garlic powder. Time for the chili powder. I just turned the temperature up to high on the slow cooker. And I'm going to put the cover on. And then it can just cook for the next few hours till supper time. Of course, I will periodically come check on it, give it a good stir, give it a nice taste. If I need to add a little more chili powder, I will. If I need to add a little bit more garlic powder, I will. I will taste it a little bit at a time as we go along here. And I'm glad that you guys are spending this time with me. It's been fun making chili with you all. Now that I have the chili all situated, let's go and start project number 2. Number 2. I wanted to show you something that I picked up a few days ago. This was on sale, and when I noticed that it was on sale, I knew that it had to come home with me. And this is a folding drying rack, and it's for clothes. You can see right there, get an idea of what it looks like. It's quite nice. It's quite nice, and for an apartment the size that we just have a tiny apartment. This drying rack is quite ideal because it's not wide as much as it is tall, so it doesn't take very much space. So I have two upstairs, and this is going to be my third one. And I'm really happy with the 2 tall ones that I have upstairs. And this third one is definitely a welcome. It's definitely welcome in this house. But I got it on sale for a good price. And the power bills are going up and up and up, just like the groceries are going up and up and up. So this is going to help me save a little bit more money. That's great. That's good news. So let's put this together. Mainstays is the name on this box. Folding drying rack. And as we move down, no tools required. And this is fairly easy to put together. Joshua helped me last time to put this together, and we had a really nice time putting it together. Folds for easy storage. Rust-resistant powder-coated steel. And there's some measurements right there. I just took everything out of the box, and that's all there is that you see. And the instructions are in that paper right there. Well, my friends, I want to thank you so much for joining me here today. It's been very, very productive, and I'm happy, always happy when you're here. And I want to say hello to the new subscribers and welcome you all aboard. Welcome aboard, new subscribers. We're happy that you're here to join our friendships and to join our adventures too. So thank you, my friends, for all that you do for us. And if you like this vlog, please give me the YouTube thumbs up or press that subscribe button. That would be great. And I have more vlogs coming up, so stay tuned. And I'll talk to you all soon. Talk to you soon, my friends. Bye. Bye.